Hey, I'm Carla Lalli Music, and this is Everything I Eat in a Day. So as soon as I wake up, I don't think about my children, I don't think about my work, I think about my tea. I drink black tea in the morning. Specifically, I love Assam tea. I buy it at Kalustyan's in New York City on Lexington. If you haven't been to Kalustyan's, you haven't lived. And very specific about how I brew it. So I get out my zojirushi, which is the single best hot beverage container in the land, and I do 2 teacups worth of loose tea in the thing, hit the timer, 3 minutes. And I take that with milk. If I'm really living my best life, when I get out of bed, my husband will have already made the tea and it will be sitting next to the sink. And when that happens, yes, and then just take it back in bowl. So coffee doesn't happen till later. So after I have the tea and the milk, I usually sit down, I work for a few hours. Around noon, I go to the gym. Really the motivation the whole time I'm at the gym is that there's a coffee after. And I'll get, in the summer, iced coffee, regular milk. And then when it's hot coffee weather, hot coffee and regular milk. And if I'm having coffee at home, I might get a little fancy. So I keep Grady's in the fridge. Grady's cold brew is like, it's so good. They put like a little bit of chicory in it and it gives it this like nutty, delicious flavor. And then I'll get out the milk frother if I'm really feeling myself and do like oat milk or regular milk, froth it up, pour it over ice, and then just a little bit of flaky salt. And that is delish. Okay, so after the coffee is like happening, it's lunchtime. And if I'm solo, a couple things I love. Gonna sound really weird and old lady-ish. I love cottage cheese, and specifically the good culture cottage cheese. It's like the Greek yogurt of cottage cheese. It's just very delicious and like tangy and creamy. I get into some Persian cucumbers, really small dice, and then if I have a nice tomato, I'll do a super small dice of that. But it could be any crunchy thing. Mix that together, more flaky salt, mild chili pepper like Aleppo or gochugaru, a drizzle of olive oil, black pepper, and then if I have them, the fried shallots that come in the tub, and maybe some nutritional yeast on that. That's delicious, and it has all this protein, and it actually makes you full. That's a typical lunch. I also love a roll-up, sliced turkey, a little strip of mayo, then I'll hit it with like a kimchi and then some sliced cheese and roll that up, and that's like a roll up. And you could just have 3, you might have 5, it just depends on the day. Other favorite lunches, like any kind of big salad. So little gems, romaine, purple cabbage, chopped up, chickpeas, feta, diced avocado, my mom's vinaigrette, Carol's vinaigrette, toss, 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 everything starts to get like all juicy and delicious together. Oh, and shaved parm. I'm not a huge snacker. When my kids are home, I actually feel guilty about it because like I think other households have like snacks, like there's a special part of the cabinet for snacks. My favorite snack is popcorn, and my really favorite way to have it is alone. I don't love to share my popcorn. It's just like the amount of popcorn I have to make if I know I'm sharing, like I'm getting a Dutch oven out because it's just like I need a lot of popcorn. Great for procrastinating. Yeah, if I have to write, then like my mind is going to popcorn, which is like the time it takes to go make the popcorn, but then after you make it and you're eating it, you can't type anymore, because if you've ever tried to type while you're eating, it's physically impossible. So it's a great procrastination trick. But I pop it in, usually coconut oil, pop, 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 pop. Obviously we pop every kernel into a big bowl, nutritional yeast, black pepper, salt, MSG, mild chili flakes. And then if I'm really feeling sassy, there might be like a smidge of granulated garlic. It tastes like a nacho Dorito, and it's like so great. Another snack we keep around is there's always medjool dates in the house. We have something called an energy sandwich, which is you take the medjool date and you take the pit out, and then you stuff it with crunchy peanut butter, and that's called an energy sandwich. And then rice cakes also. A lot of people don't like rice cakes, and they talk a lot of garbage about like they're cardboard and they're like terrible and only people who hate themselves eat rice cakes. They're wrong, but it has to be salted. If you're having an unsalted rice cake, be nicer to yourself. If you've made an abundance of popcorn and then you get down to the bottom and you have like free radical of like all of the seasonings, get yourself a rice cake and butter it, and then just like face down into the thing, prolong that whole snack. Wait, while we're talking about butter and salt, another snack that I learned from my mom is the really dark pretzels, like the Pennsylvania style Dutch. And then you have that. And then again, the softened butter. The butter has to be softened and you're swiping your pretzel with the butter. And that is a great way to have a pretzel. I'm not a huge snacker. So ever since the panorama happened, I'm cooking dinner for 4 like every single night. Early on, I kind of asked the group, is everybody okay if we have rice every night? It's enough already. I can't be coming up with like, what's the starchy thing gonna be? Put it to the group. Are we cool with rice every night? It was unanimous, so 100% every night I make rice. Got really good at making rice in the pandemic. I waited to buy myself a donabe, which are the Japanese like special clay pots that are made for making rice. They're like incredible for making rice. Anyway, things that are on repeat. Tuna salad. It's gonna sound weird, but tuna salad on rice is so good. That's like if you ever get an onigiri that has the tuna salad inside, this is like the reverse, but same kind of flavors. And in my tuna salad, I put mayo, horseradish, chopped pepperoncini. I soak some shallots in lemon juice. Delicious. So that's a tuna salad. And with that, usually I'm making broccoli D, which is, if you know, this is my most popular recipe. This is broccoli and cheese in a pan. You sear the broccoli and then you add cheddar cheese, like a nice cheddar cheese, and then just let that melt over and kind of sizzle and get all crackly, crunchy on the, you know, like the edge of a grilled cheese, so when it hits the pit. So that happens, but then there's melty cheese on top. If we're with my parents at their house on any Friday, we eat linguini with clams. Friday night is clam night. So it might have just be linguine with clams, garlic, olive oil, a little white wine, or we do another version that's like pancetta or guanciale in the beginning. Sometimes it's got a little tomato. If you're in the summer season, we love linguine with clams. Actually, I don't like linguine. It has to be spaghetti if I'm there. It's flat. I don't want to be flat. I want to be round. Oh, and then Sunday nights, every single Sunday of the pandemic, hot weather, cold weather, I made pasta fagioli. And it was never the same, and it was always good. It starts out with a sofrito. You gotta have like a killer sofrito. Garlic, onion. I might put fennel if I don't have celery, or cook that down. You have to be very patient. It takes like half an hour for the sofrito to get right. It should be like, was it ever a vegetable? Now it's just a paste. And then the beans go in. Water. Water is fantastic. You don't need to use stock. And then you cook it till the beans are tender. Then you add a shit ton of greens. And then you have to cook your pasta separately, and then you bring them together. So sometimes I do it with anchovies, sometimes there's a dried shiitake in there. Yeah, never the same, always good. I'm working on all of my food aversions. I'm not great about the organ meats, not my fave. I'll like chicken heart yakitori, I've done that. I like cartilage, which is weird, like when they have the kneecap cartilage in the yakitori, yes, give it to me. I wasted years of my life not eating cartilage, I'm so down. But like I don't know, I'm not good with a kidney or a liver. Favorite food city is for sure a city I have not been to yet. I haven't been to Korea, I haven't been to China, I haven't been to London. I don't think England is gonna be my best food city, but I haven't been. I haven't been to Turkey, I haven't been to Greece, but I did have a chance to think about this question. One of my favorite places to travel and eat is Costa Rica, Playa Hermosa, Santa Teresa, that area. My family and I have been going on vacation there for like 5 or 6 or 7 years. And there's 2 places that I look forward to. We go, one place is called Chicken Joe's, and they make rotisserie chicken, and they make rice and beans, and they make an insanely delicious ceviche, and we could eat every night at Chicken Joe's. Love. And then the other place, Cafe Social. It's like a breakfast lunch place, and they have a salad there, and I'm telling you, it's a zoodle salad. I don't f with zoodles. Like, if you gave me a zoodle in any other circumstance, I would just be like, are you insane? But at Cafe Social, I think they called it rainbow salad. It's zoodles in a wooden square bowl, also insane. And it comes with a sunflower seed pesto and some chopped cherry tomatoes and beautiful avocado. I dream about these zoodles. I would never eat them anywhere else. All right, that is everything I eat in a day. Please check out my book, That Sounds So Good. It's coming out in October. I hope you check it out, and thank you.